Hi, welcome to Arm Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and today I'm going to be showing you trim molding wrap. And basically, we're going to be looking into maybe possibly wrapping trim just to have fun with your trim around your door, or this is actually a hallway right here that we're going to be wrapping. But I'm going to be showing you from the cleaning it to the material we have. I'm going to be doing a Christmas theme because it is Christmas time right now, and this is on Photo-Tex fabric material, so you can actually remove it and put it on for years to come. This is a great material. It's kind of like a sticky note glue on the back. So and it's a canvas on front, and we can print. We're going to possibly start printing out more and more of these designs, different kinds of designs, textures, or anything like that to make it look a little more fun on your trim molding. So if you tell us, hey, this is a good idea, give me some ideas. What would you like to see for your trim? And let's just see if we can start getting this thing going. I think this is actually a great idea. We like to experiment and try new things. We have done trims before, but I want to have more of a texture like designs on here, what you're seeing right here. But yeah, it won't damage your trim boards, and also it's reusable several times. It looks fun, unique, something different. And so let's kind of get to it. So where we're going right now, I'm going to be printing these things out at 41 inches. So it's a perfect height for getting 2 units going all the way up, because usually it's about 80 inches high on the trim. And so the first thing I recommend doing is, let's try this. You can use rubbing alcohol and water, or like a glass cleaner. Invisible glass will be used for cleaning surfaces, but you can use rubbing alcohol and water, a lint-free rag, and I would just kind of hose this thing down, get it all nice and wet, clean it really good, especially around the edges. You want something that it would stick really good. Plus, you want to reuse it too in the future. Okay, it's nice and soaked up and everything. So the cleaner the surface, the better it is to actually for the material to clean onto, but also you can reuse it in the future. So if you got some old damaged or even a new trim molding, if you want to just change it and make it look something unique, something different, with the Photo-Tex material, you can actually you can stay on for years. I've had this material on for years on parts of my house, on the walls and everything, and it still sticks, believe it or not. It's the premium of the vinyls or the materials that we print on, because it's so versatile. Okay, once this is done, you can start wrapping it. So before you wrap it, and if it's a custom, this is actually it's 3¼ inch trim, and it's only a partial right here and here. This actually goes all the way around, so this is like a full unit. This is an average unit. But this wall right here, let me show you real quick. So it goes here to here. Okay, so if it's something unique like this, if you're looking for something like this, but also on the other side, to measure it the right way, because you want to get as close as possible to do custom prints and stuff like that. Take your Sharpie or a pin, mark it here and here. Okay, so you know where it is. Then you can take it on the wall. Actually, let me bring it down just a little bit right here. So it's here and here, and then what you can do, you can measure it this way. So it's exactly 9.5 inches. I usually just put 9.5, and I mark it that way. Now, for this right here, Same kind of concept. It's going to go all the way around. Let's go right about here. And I'm going to pretend like I'm wrapping it and getting all the little grooves and do it that way. Mark it. Mark it. And then you put it on the wall right there, and then you measure it. And it is 13 1/4. So 13 1/4. So that's marked right there. So that's one way. That's one way to measure how your trim is, but also the height and everything. But this is the easiest way I know how to measure something very complicated like this. And the reason why we can, I'm thinking about wrapping is I can caulk this, repaint it, and make it look brand new and everything. I don't know if you can see the damage marks right here, the cracks right here, and it's getting a little worn out, and it's not perfectly right here. Let me show you right there. So it's just, I just want to change it up, and I can leave it on for the whole year, or if I want to change it out to make it look like a rustic, whatever, I can. Okay. All right, so let's get to it. So this was the 9.5 inch right here. So we have 2 prints. Again, this is like demonstrations. I'm experimenting. This is kind of a learning thing right now. Or not a learning thing, but experimenting, see what it looks like. And that's the reason why you're printing these things out. So this is the 9.5. This is the 13 1/4 right here. I got 2 of these prints, and I'm showing you an example of custom prints. So what I recommend, it's the reason why I made these a little smaller, so it's easier for you guys to install. So I would recommend just kind of putting it right about here and working this way, going all the way around. The reason why I want to make it this way, because when someone walks in, I want a nice clean straight edge and make it look good. So I would pull this off about this much. You can pull, actually, you know what, I'm going to pull the whole thing off just to show you. Keep the backing right here. So the reason why, get kit nice and clean right here, when you get done, you just pull this off, and you can just basically lay this down. So I recommend is maybe putting on a table, a nice clean surface, not on the carpet, because you get more junk on there. And when you're putting it back onto the unit, you can actually take it right here on the corner and kind of walk it in. You can get as close as possible as like that, and then you just walk it in, and you are set for next year. Okay, let's save this guy for next year, or for later after I get done. Okay, so now what I would do, I would go probably as low as you can without touching the floor. And I would just kind of walk it in just like what you've seen right here. Make sure it's nice and level where you need it to be. You can pull it off hundreds of times. And that's the reason why you want the surface to be clean, so it tacks on nicely. Okay. Now down here is where the frame is. Now I'm going to do, right here, I'm just going to cut just like a little sliver, so the vinyl, actually the material relaxes. Now I'm just going to take my thumb, I'm going to walk my way up, getting in all the little grooves. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so next we're just going to overlap this guy about 1/2 inch right here, not a big deal, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to cut here, here, and here, and I'm just going to show you real quick how I would do it. So I'm just tacking it on the bottom, and then I'm going to be tacking it on top, and it should be perfectly lined up. Okay, now I'm going to be walking it in. I take my thumb. You feel a little crease right there, not a big deal. You can pop it up. And I'm just going, using my thumb to get in the grooves. You get a little crease in it, not a big deal. Okay, so right here, and if you get any air bubble in it, you can actually pull it up, move it back down. Now, for the corner right here, so there's a marker right there and a mark right here. Okay? It doesn't have to be dead on. I can get pretty close. So there, and I'm going to cut right here. And this is like, again, a custom door wrap. I will do another video of a normal corner, but this is the perfect opportunity to show, you know, like a weird size. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of cut like right here in the corner and cut it out like that. And you can use a squeegee if you want. And now I'm just kind of going to cut it straight across, just what you're seeing right here. Okay, next, I'm going to hit this side. It's going to go all the way around and get this all figured out. So I recommend probably, let's start on this back end right here and work your way in. So you can actually, if you want, you can just remove a partial or do the full. Make sure to keep this for future usage. Now here's one little trick. You just kind of put your piece of tape right there, so go to edge, and then what I can do is go this way, lightly cut enough you can know you're cutting right to the material. this is the end project. There is this is a little more challenging because of the angles and everything, but I'm going to do a next video. It's going to go straight up and straight over, so it's going to be a lot easier going on the sides and top and going this way. I was just testing it out and see how well it looks. I kind of like it and everything. Tell me what you guys think. If you like this or not, and what kind of, if you do like it, what kind of pattern or design you like to have on yours. And again, you can, after the end of the season, you can pull it off and you can try to save it and then put it on the backing after when it's done. Or you can just kind of toss it away and get the next one for next year or wherever's coming up seasonal, or you can just leave it up for years and it'll be fine. So if you want to change the look of your trim molding to something unique, something different like this, get a hold of me, 208-696-1180. Email me at rmwraps@gmail.com, or even text me. Say, hey, I'd like to have a trim wrap. I'm not sure what I want yet, but I want something unique and fun, something different. But other than that, yeah, stay tuned. I got more videos to show you, and